Greetings, friends. I filmed before here about a year ago, and some person said, "You live in Canada, couldn't you find real nature and real wilderness? You've got electrical towers, you've got airplanes in the sky." I mean, I tried to avoid the airplanes here, but you're gonna hear them. There's no getting around it. And the answer is no, I can't avoid it because I live in Toronto with several million people, so I'm doing my best. I just like to film outside sometimes, and today I'm going to talk about why you should not let your ego get in the way of a good thing. And I'll tell you one story from the Bible, but first a personal story. About 2 weeks ago, I took my bike in to the nearest bike shop where I've gone a few times to get some maintenance done on it. The tire was flat, or seemingly. I wasn't sure if it was a problem with the tube. Basically, you know me, I don't know much about technology. It's a new bike, so I wasn't able to hook up my pump. Long story short is I left it with the guy. He fixed it after about half an hour. I came back to the shop, and this guy, he's I don't know, around 50 or so, and he's like, it had a flat, and so I'm an idiot, when it comes to bikes. I'm pretty stupid. I could have gotten the issue fixed on my own. He used that opportunity to kind of lecture me, and he was questioning me. It was uncomfortable for me because he was like making me feel like an idiot, and he had his friend there, and the owner was asking me like, how often have you pumped it? Like, oh, you gotta be pumping it like so often. And I'm sure if you're a bike person, then you can make fun of me too, but the thing is, I'm taking this criticism and I'm bringing him business. So why would you let your ego get in the way of a good thing? Because that doesn't really make me want to come back to him again. If you have a dumb customer who doesn't know much about the product, that's a boon to you. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't be dishonest and take advantage of your customer, but you should look at that as an opportunity. God has given you an opportunity. Tell me that I fucked up, but he doesn't have to, make me feel like an idiot. It was so stupid. Oh man. So anyways, I don't think I'm gonna go back to that guy. Again, I'll find someone else because he has a huge ego and he's letting it get in the way of business. Some people might say, well, he was annoyed because you were wasting his time. But he did install a new tube and I paid him $20 for that. And this was also the third time I've taken my bike to him, so I'm a repeat customer. And even in the event that he examined the bike and decided that it doesn't need anything at all, he could just be honest with me in a nice way, and he would still be maintaining good relations with a repeat customer. So that's no waste of time. So anyways, to conclude this video, I have another story from the book of Matthew. It seems to have a lot of economic advice. Economic, all morality all mixed together in Matthew. This is Matthew chapter 20, the parable of the laborers in the vineyard. It's not too long, so let me read it and then just give my reflection here, hopefully while the sun stays in the sky and no airplanes interrupt me. For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is a householder, which went out early in the morning to hire laborers into his vineyard. And when he had agreed with the laborers for a penny a day, he sent them into his vineyard. And he went out about the third hour, and saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and said unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right I will give you. And they went their way. Meaning, they went to work for him. Again he went out about the 6th and 9th hour, and did likewise. And about the 11th hour he went out, and found others standing idle. He saith unto them, Why stand ye here all the day idle? They say unto him, Because no man hath hired us. He saith unto them, Go ye also into the vineyard, and whatsoever is right, that shall ye receive. So when even was come, the Lord of the vineyard saith unto his steward, Call the laborers, and give them their hire, beginning from the last unto the first. And when they came that were hired about the 11th hour, they received every man a penny. But when the first came, they supposed that they should have received more, and they likewise received every man a penny. And when they had received it, they murmured against the good man of the house, saying, These last have wrought but 1 hour. It's a good point. and thou hast made them equal unto us, which have borne the burden and heat of the day? But he answered them and said, Friend, I do thee no wrong. Didst not thou agree with me for a penny? Take that thine is, and go thy way. I will give unto this last, even as unto thee. Is it not lawful for me to do what I will with mine own? Is thine eye evil because I am good? So the last shall be first, and the first last. For many be called, but few chosen. And remember the first lines in this parable. For the kingdom of heaven is like unto a man that is the householder. So the kingdom of heaven is a lesson in humility. Sure, you have maybe some cause to be a little irked if you see other people that get paid the same amount as you do. Let it go. Have humility. The man kept his word. Maybe what I think, Paul and I have employed lots of day laborers in Ghana. We're always watching them. We're always observing them. So don't think that this was the end of the task. Maybe he was actually looking to give more tasks and longer employment to the men who were humble, who did not raise any complaint. I'm not saying that's specifically, I don't mean to read too much into it, but that's something I would kind of think about it. It's fascinating how people can have something good going on. They can have a good employment going on, but they think, well, you're a householder, you have a vineyard, you're a successful person, you gotta pay me more after they've been working for you for a few weeks. Yeah, we've had the same experience in Ghana. Well, like Paul would employ some of his childhood friends who aren't doing anything, who are just lounging around all the time, and they gives them some work looking after the animals, feeding the animals, and sure enough, a few weeks go by, and then they start getting a little begrudged. They're saying, hey, you should pay me a little more. You should pay me more, and they start shirking their responsibilities too. But that's another issue. So always be humble. Don't care about what other people are getting. Just stick to your word, do what you have agreed to do, and be thankful for that. Well, you will be rewarded by the Lord in heaven, but you will probably also be rewarded in the world before that day cometh. Hasta luego, amigos.